let Fox control the stage, you know. But they could both switch roles. Peach, great tank, right?
Yeah, just holding on to stocks forever, unless, of course, she gets caught off with shine spikes. But barring that, she's going to live a really long time. And Falco is sort of an interesting thing in teams, as he can do like crazy plays, and then he can also be just terrible, just dropping stocks left and right, ruining kill setups with lasers. So it's really hard to play Falco well in teams, but I don't think he's a bad character for teams. I think he's a really good character for teams, but one with a very hard sort of skill curve to master.
Yeah, I definitely agree, right? A character like Falco has great ability to just wall the opponents out. Like with the back air, with the up tilts, lasers can actually help the Fox out, Vortex, Donaxi actually, with an opportunity to reinitiate his up B if he's far away, right? He could just like, if he's super far from the edge, he could do his up B, straight up to the sky, well, straight up, get hit by a laser, do another one.
Yeah.
So we actually almost saw a potential example of that right there. But as long as the Falco does not use lasers aggressively in teams when you know the Fox is already on stage, like things can work out well.
Yeah, and one thing I'm seeing from Team Blue here early on is that too often they will find themselves in the same space, meaning that if the opposing team throws out any hitbox in that space, they're likely to hit both of the blue team. So that's definitely something you want to avoid as much as possible in teams, is to be in the same space. You want to keep sort of a healthy distance to your team's partner, not too far away and not too close.
That's right, man, because, you know, both of these characters are really good at comboing, but they could also mess up each other without even realizing it.
Yeah.
We just saw play with the Stitch Face actually coming through and allowing the red team to mount sort of a lead, which, you know, you definitely have to account for. And one of the reasons why that happened was that they actually allowed Peach to get an opportunity to pull turnips, you know. If they stay close to Peach, that way they'll, you know, force her to not pull turnips as much.
Yeah.
But it can be tough sometimes knowing that there's a Fox on the team that can probably help protect Peach.
Yep. Another thing about Peach in teams is that once she's off stage, she can spend so long getting back to the stage that it's important to just switch up your target and help your teammate with the other player instead of waiting around and wasting time just standing at the ledge for like 6-8 seconds waiting for the Peach to come back. Just ignore the Peach for now, come back for that later, which is getting close to the stage, because she can take her sweet time if she wants.
Definitely, and all the times that I've commentated teams matches, that's one thing that I preach a lot to people. Whenever you have a floaty on the team, knock the floaty off stage. Floaty's going to take a while to come back. Yeah. While that happens, you could just engage on a 2v1, but right now we actually have a 2v1 situation right here with Vortex by himself against Brekke and Schvein. It looks like Brekke does have high percent and also on his final stock, but the Fox does have another stock which will allow Peach to actually be a bit aggressive, because Peach will have an opportunity to share stock.
Yep. We see and yeah, the side B actually clips the Fox and gets him underneath the stage. Doesn't matter though, as the turnip will seal the first game for the red team.
And that is it, man. The first game, Brekke and Schvein. Now we're going to have to see what donaxi and Vortex are going to do. You know, one thing we mentioned was like lasers, right? Respecting each other's space, not getting too close to each other, trusting each other too. Yeah. Sometimes there might be times where one person will go for a combo starter and then the other person will try to follow up. Both of these characters are really good at continuing combos on their own, so there's no reason to try to separate, because once you do that, both of these space animals could potentially leave themselves open to a teammate who isn't being defended against, right? That one teammate could come through and help save that teammate that's getting 2v1. Okay.
They're opting for Pokemon Stadium here. I think that's a pretty good pick for a space animal team like this. Both Falco and Fox tend to thrive on Pokemon Stadium, and not so much the case for Peach.
Right now you actually have a weird situation where donaxi, I like the spacing that he had on Brekke's Peach, managing to get that stock with the up tilt. Okay. Definitely looking like the Pokemon Stadium counter pick has been working out. Not like 100%, you know, in a clean fashion. As you notice, these guys do have quite a bit of damage on them.
Yeah. It all depends on what they're able to do before losing their stocks here. And you see Vortex holding on to that first stock and getting edge guarded by his teammate there. A bit unfortunate, but yeah, we see donaxi doing a good job of holding on to the ledge for the Falco there. It's just like, don't worry, I'm going to hold this until you're close enough to get it, and that way the red team can't come and edge hog you.
Yeah, that was actually really smart. I was afraid if he was going to stay on that edge for too long. But here we go. Opportunity to capitalize on the Fox. Nice. Okay, it was scary. It looked like Fox was actually almost able to come back off the stage, but we do have a 2-stock lead right now for the blue team. And now in teams, you know, again, my pick usually when it comes to teams is definitely a Fox Peach or a Fox Jigs team. But right here, it definitely looks like with this counter pick in play, it has been helping out the red team. We don't see a sight of a Stitch face, allowing to give the red team an opportunity to sneak in a lead out of nowhere. But I will say one thing, man, some of these misplays where you see blue team just hitting each other might just give the red team a chance.
Yeah, exactly. It's important that they stay focused, and sometimes when you're a newer player and you're trying to pick up space animals, it can be tempting to just press buttons for the sake of pressing buttons, you know? But especially in teams, you have to be mindful. You have to be thinking about what's going on, and should I really be pressing these buttons right now? Or just because I can, just because I want to show that I'm fast and I have some tech skill?
Sometimes it's always best to just wait and counterattack your opponent as well.
Exactly.
You know? Can be tough. One thing I do know is that, oh my gosh, that bomb. And Falco can even make it back. 4 stocks right now on the blue team. Okay, we're starting to see the red team try to mount something together. I mean, again, right, this is Peach and Fox.
Yeah.
We have a Shine Spike, we have a down smash. Any of these could work out, and Peach also could edge guard these characters at low percents.
Yeah, definitely. Both of these characters able to turn things around in an instant.
And it looks like right now the Fox with Schvein is trying to put something together. Oh, but that neutral right there from donaxi, I think. Okay, yeah. Also seeing that Brekke is gone.
Ooh, and again, hitting each other there. That's not what you need to do, blue team. You want to take advantage of the fact that you're 2 against 1. Not get in each other's way.
Yeah. Right now, though, if you look at the, yeah, that's definitely it. Okay, good stuff. 1-1 here in the set. Now, as far as counter picks are concerned, Game 1, we started on Battlefield, correct?
Yep.
Game 2 was on Pokemon. Now, if I were the Fox Peach team, we might see either, what, Yoshi's or or Dreamland?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, like going for either extreme right now, because this sort of like medium stage didn't really work out that well. The space allowed or made it tougher for the Peach to convert into these like chaos situations and getting a lot of damage off the down smash, but FT could be good. Like traditionally, this is somewhere you want to play as Peach against space animals, but that's in singles where you have the chain grab. I'm not so sure about this stage for Peach in doubles.
Yeah, in doubles, you don't quite have an opportunity to chain grab as freely, knowing that you're probably going to deal with somebody breaking up the chain grab.
Yep.
You know, there's a Falco with the laser, there's a speedy Fox that could just come through, nair, drill you, or even shine you out of your chain grab, so it can be scary. Will literally do anything he wants, knowing how fast Fox is. But here it is, actually Brekke dropping the first stock, but Schvein responding back, trying to keep it 7 stocks apiece. Ooh, all right. A stock lead right now for red.
Yeah, and that was a really good shield by Schvein, because he got a little nick on the Fox there, and he just had the awareness to like see that the Peach was in position to follow up with the juicy forward air, and just pulling up his shield and avoiding the team damage.
Now let me tell you one thing that's interesting about Schvein's style. There are a couple times where you'll see Schvein go for down smashes. Now to the untrained eye, when they see some of these down smashes, they'll think, man, these down smashes are wild, right? They're definitely down smashes that don't quite have a purpose. But in teams, when you have a Fox on your side, these down smashes can serve as a decoy.
Exactly.
Where it's like, oh, look at me, I'm down smashing, I'm open.
Yep.
Then you try to counterattack. What happens? The Fox comes through and saves.
Exactly.
Wow!
Sort of use it as bait, and just like that, red team with a full stock lead at this point. And the blue team really needs to focus right now if they do want to stay in this. You can't let the red team get too far away.
Wow, a bunch of crazy plays right here, and some of the lasers that you see Vortex shooting out are hitting donaxi, which is kind of messing up his flow a little bit. I like that right there, Brekke. He just kind of stood there, looked for a target, applied pressure. Yep, there's the down smash that we were waiting for.
Yep. And that was smart by Vortex, the DI behind the Fox to avoid the team combo. You still
Ooh.
take a follow-up, but you don't get those long extended team combos, and that's what you want to avoid.
Okay, here it is right now. Red team is kind of pincered between members of the blue, but already Brekke trying to fight his way out. And I like the usage of Schvein with these jumps, just trying to avoid all of the attacks that you see the space animals are trying to apply, and coming down with a back air, or even a neutral air sometimes, which has been working out really well in his favor.
Oh, and this is why you turn off pause in teams, because people try to take a stock and they want to take it as soon as possible, so they're just mashing start.
Yep.
So you just need to turn off pause. It's tempting to keep it on so you can do the salty rage quit, I get it, but it's just worse. It's just, we're all worse off if someone accidentally pauses. So just turn it off and keep it clean.
I definitely agree with that one. But right now, we're actually going to have a singles match.
Ooh.
So here it is. Brekke versus donaxi. And, you know, now that there's only 1v1 on this field, Brekke could actually have access to grab.
And now those down smashes aren't so safe anymore, because now you don't have your partner there to use it as bait. Now you have to answer for your own crime, so to speak.
Wow.
Ooh, F smash. Not going to be enough, though.
I think Brekke needs to use less down smashes. That back air definitely put Brekke in a tough situation. Now committing to the parasol.
Ooh.
Okay, that was
the free ledge. Oh, and the charge up smash into taunt is going to seal it.
Wow. So the entire time I was waiting for Brekke to go for a grab.
Yeah.
Right? Being on a stage like Final Destination, you can have option to go for the chain grab. And when it comes to ending the combo, you have the 50-50 of either forward throw or just up throw nair. Right?
Exactly.
But right there, we just saw like down smash, down smash, down smash. And it looks like Brekke was still in the team's state of mind where he was like, you know, I still have my boy behind my back to help me out. I'm just going to go for down smash. Or maybe he was just panicking too. Maybe he was just nervous and thought the Fox would just jump into it.
Yeah, these